Everybody. He was on. Yeah, this is funny. Okay, I'm assuming all of you received the link through email, and in the email it was explicitly said that you need to have your camera on. All right. Okay, Tom, you need to you need to turn your camera on. Okay, we're gonna give it 1 more minute. Not even that. Okay, please remove Tom from this room. All right. Okay. Well, welcome to this meditation class. Right? Meditation has many different purposes, right? And we can meditate with specific intentions in order to bring about and nurture and strengthen different qualities within ourselves. Okay, so let me give you an example. And this is also the example that I want to talk about today, which is the following thing. I think one of the most important things that we need to learn as people and as magicians is that things happen at their own timing. Things always happen at the right time and at their own time. Now, this is hard to accept, and it's usually not what people want to hear. However, it is very important to understand that, and even more important to try to align yourself or ourselves with the greater timing, because everything that happens in between your intention and the desire for what it is that you want and the actual manifestation has to do with you. Yeah. So aligning yourself with this greater timing, with the bigger energy system, is in fact the best thing that you can do in order to facilitate the manifestation. So let me take a step back and let's take a look at the bigger energy system. The world that we live in is one thing that is like one organism, and that organism goes through cycles because the whole universe goes through cycles. It's one of the foundational laws upon which everything is built. Everything is cyclical. We need to understand these cycles and we need to respect them. There's no way around it. Now, if wisdom could be summarized in one sentence or a couple of sentences, it would be something like knowing your limitations and respecting what you cannot change. Yeah. Now, this might be surprising to hear from me right now because I'm a magician, right? Magic is about imposing your will onto the outside world, right? But only at the first glance, because this knowledge of how things actually work, what the cycle is, and what moment of the cycle we're in, allows us to do things correctly at the right time, which is another definition of wisdom. There's also the character of a master, or one characteristic of a master, The master doesn't waste energy. The master does the right thing exactly at the right time in order to cause the maximum maximum effect. Your goals and your intentions, whatever we create in our magic, has to be done in the right atmosphere and during the right times. Evocations, for instance, evocations should be done during the planetary hour of the spirit that we're calling up. The demon that we're contacting is much harder to contact and much harder to connect to if we do it during a different time. If it's a spirit from the Venus sphere, but it is the planetary hour of Saturn, these just don't match. The cycle is at different times. In the same way, we have to understand that we are energy as well, and we move through cycles too. Each one of us is unique, and we all have a unique energetic makeup. There's no two people who are the same. So this uniqueness must be understood and must be appreciated, and you must take that into account when it comes to the creation of your goals. There's the concept of the sphere of influence. The sphere of influence is literally the sphere around your body. It permeates you and it also expands. It's like your aura. Whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to create, whatever you want to bring into your reality, your physical reality, you can bring to you through the sphere. Even if we're talking about an evocation, understand that the concept of it all exists within you. All right. So let me try to explain this in the following way. You as the magician have an idea, you have a desire. Your energy expands beyond your body and it expands into different dimensions. And within those different dimensions, we have an ocean of possibility, infinite possibilities. Your desire represents one specific possibility, one out of an infinite number of different possible outcomes, possible manifestations that you could bring closer. And now, your observation of it by using your imagination and making it clear to you, and even verbalizing it, and writing it down, sigilizing it in some way or another, makes it a step more real. Now you have plugged this potential out of this ocean of infinite potential and made it a desire and an intention. And now when you approach the spirit in an evocation, you are interacting with that spirit on an energetic level more than anything else, and that is what he reads, and this is what he then brings into this world, right? But it is not always that simple, because just because you want something, it doesn't mean that you should have it. Just because you want something, it doesn't mean that you can have it. Just because you want something doesn't mean that you will have it. What do I mean by that? It means that if something happens in the world, it happens because an almost unfathomable number of different coincidences, things, circumstances came together to create this outcome. So this is a very, very complicated process. And at the same time, this result, the external reality that has come to be, represents a certain energetic um, construct, or certain energetic manifestation. As you plugged this specific intention out of the infinitude of different possibilities, you chose a specific energetic makeup. You chose a specific energetic constellation. And see, in order to experience that as a physical condition, then your energy must begin to match this external reality. And I would go as far to say that all magical failure, all failure when it comes to manifestation, all failure when it comes to ritual magic in general, all failure when it comes to the creation of esoteric effects is the result of the magician not adjusting his own energy. We must begin to understand that the self is an illusion. And it is not only there to change, but it should be it should be forced to change. Changing your energy and keeping your energy in alignment with the greater universe should be one of the main priorities of your practice. Why is that? See, understand, please, that you have chosen a certain constellation. So now you have basically chosen to experience the universe in a certain energetic combination. However, if your microcosm is still where it is and does not change alongside the macrocosm in order to match the two so that you can experience this in reality, what you wanted is not going to happen. In fact, what you're going to create is a disconnect within yourself, disharmony, that is going to lead to many, many different problems. Most often you will experience that, or you will see that with people that use, destructive magic and destroy themselves in the process. It is exactly because of that. It is because they have not used their own energy system correctly. So let me make it even clearer. You chose a specific constellation of the macrocosm of the greater universe. That is your goal. In order for you to experience that as a physical reality, the microcosm, which is your own energy system, which is on your own aura, which is your own own energy, must match that. So the work is not necessarily already done after the ritual. In fact, rituals are what you do once in a while. However, the energy work is what you do on a daily basis. So that your energy can change. You must keep your energy flexible. You must stay in touch with what is. And as you stay in touch with what is, with the greater macrocosm, you will be pulled along seamlessly towards the manifestation of your goal. That requires that you are not attached to the manifestations in your mind. That requires that you're not attached to the many different um, um, experiences that your mind will create for you. And it requires, to a large extent, that you stop listening to it. So, in this meditation, we will we will we will train to let go of it, of the mind. As we let go of the mind, a greater wisdom can come through, which is not ours, not ours. It is, in fact, a greater energy system, a macrocosm that begins to speak to us, that begins to clear things up for us. The biggest problem that we have and the biggest mistake that we can make is to buy into the illusion that the self is real. It is not real. It's not a real thing. This idea of the self is not real. So we have to first and foremost be able to experience life by with taking ourselves out of the picture. And that is what we're going to train today. So I'm going to guide you through this meditation. And as a result of that, hopefully, it will serve you in your practice. Okay. So for the meditation, you will take on a mudra, take on this mudra, basically, right? And you let them rest on your thighs. Create space in your jaw. And close your eyes. Let your feet rest on the floor. No crossing of the feet or the ankles. Simply be. Now scan your body, and wherever you find tension, let go of that tension. And let go of it. Now, think to yourself the mantra Om, Om, Om. That is all you need to do. Om, Om, Om. Think that to yourself without saying it. And continue doing so. And whenever you're trapped by a thought or or an emotion or an experience, let it go. Don't fight anything. Just return back to the mantra. Let's go. Let's do it now. Om, Om, Om. Think it to yourself. Notice where in your mind you find tension. And notice I did not say body, I said mind. Your mind is within and around your body. It's an energy field. Where in that mind is tension? And notice that you can just let go of that tension. Turn back to the mantra. Om, om, om. And as you think it, let go of any tension in your mind. Remember, you can just let go of your mind. Let go of your mind, and it will trap you and it will hold you in different thoughts and different expectations and different feelings, but you can just let it go. The letting go takes courage because as you let go, you will become aware of all the layers of tension that that you were holding on to and have been holding on to all your life. But it just takes the courage to fall through those layers. And it's not going to feel comfortable, but it is part of shedding the skin of false self, which is holding you back from the connection to the macrocosm and your full potential. So let go of the mind. Remember, your mind is trapping you. It's going to pull you back into itself. But become aware that it is doing so and let go. Just let go of the mind. Let go of the whole mind. All these movies that you see within yourself, all these memories, that's not you. And become aware that when you are trapped in a thought or you're stuck with it, you're also trapped in a specific portion of your energy field, the field of energy that is permeating your body and is around it. Let go of that energy field. You're not it. You can let go of it. Let go of the thought. Let go of the mind. Your mind is supposed to be changing and it can be used by you to create the perceptions that you want. So now surround yourself with a sphere of blue light. And that blue light moves in on you and permeates your energy and your body all the way down to its bones. Now, red energy surrounds you, and that red energy moves in on you and permeates your energy and your body and your bones. Now, green energy surrounds you, moves in on you, permeates your mind and your body. Now, energy surrounds you that represents your heart's desire. Now, let that energy move in on you, permeate your energy field, permeate your mind and your body and your bones. Now feel the vibrations of this energy field that is permeating your body and is around you. Feel the vibration. Okay. Now, bring movement into your hands and into your feet, and open your eyes again, and do whatever you need. Maybe stretch and come back. So, yeah. So, what's important to know is that you are not the mind. Hopefully, you were able to feel and become aware of this energy field that permeates your body and is around your body. Right? Now, when you cast a spell or send a spirit out to do something for you, you set into motion a movement in the macrocosm. Now, the mind, which is this energy field around you, must match the outcome that you want over time. Just because you visualize it, it doesn't mean that you're matching the frequency. You must continuously keep this energy flowing, and you must release internal blocks more than anything else, energy blocks to the manifestation of that thing. So when you, some of you might have been able to do that, most of you probably not, but as you pay attention to this vibration around your body, you will begin to perceive what's going on in your astral space, you know, and these things indicate where you're at. So you must work on this energy that you are on a daily basis, so that it begins to match more and more and more this outcome that you wanted. And when you have become the vessel for the manifestation is going to happen. However, unless you release the manifestation blocks, you will not receive what it is that you want. So energy blocks are extremely important to remove. All right, good. So do you have any questions? If you have any questions, just unmute yourself. There's no rules. Just let me know what you want.
Hey Frank, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So with the astrology, astrological times and such, does the banishing of the hexagram banish those energies and kind of nullify them?
No. It generally gets rid of an imbalanced form of them, if that makes sense. Okay, so when you, it's like so when we're dealing with macrocosm, microcosm, there's a pure form of the elements and an impure form of the elements, right? And the further we are from a reflection of the macrocosm, the more impure the energies are within us. Okay, so what you could say that this ritual does is it purifies the energies within you to make them more like the original energies in the macrocosm. That's basically what it does. But it's not getting rid of anything really. It's more like it rebalances and restructures. That's a better way of putting it. It's this idea will be similar to the removal of chakras, which is something that people have put out there, right? Like, you cannot remove your chakras. What you can do is you can purify your chakras. You can help them vibrate at the right frequency. You can help them rotate correctly, but you cannot remove them because you couldn't exist without chakras. And similar to the elements within you. You know, what we can do is we can purify the elements within ourselves so that they are more like the original elements in the cosmos, right? And the more we do that, the more we start matching the macrocosm in its frequency and its purity, and also our higher self. Yeah. So it's more like a purification, you could say. And the more imbalanced the elements are within us, right? The more we're moving towards, pretty much everything undesirable. Everything good is always structured, pure, and clear.
Thank you. That clarified it a lot.
You're welcome. The ideal of not just the magician, but the spiritual master is to be in touch with the macrocosm at all times, and in fact be just a pure vessel for the macrocosm. So the personality has been diminished to the point where the higher self can come through, and this is when the individual can fulfill their highest destiny. The idea behind it is that we are 7 billion people on this planet, right? Many have come before us, many will come after us. And there are many, many other species, there are many, many other intelligent life forms throughout the cosmos. But we often are foolish enough, or bold enough or whatever, to believe or desire or demand that the universe, this incredible cosmos, succumbs to our will. It makes much more sense that a better way to live is to us remove the illusions within ourselves so that we can let this greater self work through us. Ironically, the more you do that, the more power you have to actually impose your will. That is the irony behind it. This is also where this old saying comes from, which refers to the cities, the psychic powers that are developed as you improve in your yoga. These cities or these psychic powers are nothing but things that awaken as you become a more perfect reflection of the macrocosm. And this is what all of these things are aimed at, meditations, qigong, tai chi, yoga. All of these things are aimed at releasing the tensions within you, releasing the illusions and the impurities within you, so that you can become a more perfect reflection of the macrocosm. And as a byproduct, you gain powers, occult powers, to affect things. The problem is, though, that most people that are interested in the occult go for the powers without understanding that it requires perfect purification to attain them. So they're they're going in the wrong direction. And this is why maybe you heard me say that many, many times. I never wanted to be part of any occult community. Like almost every magician out there like has, or that you might know, have reached out to me in somewhere, and have tried to do collaborations here, collaborations there. I never wanted to have anything to do with them. At least the ones that have reached out to me, or the absolute majority, because they are imposters and not true practitioners, because they don't understand that is an esoteric art, and there are other things required as well. It's not just about, knowing how to open a sigil. So as we remove more and more and more of this illusion, as we become a more perfect reflection of the macrocosm, as a byproduct, we attain the powers that everybody's after. But at the same time, we will the using or the usage of these powers becomes a little bit unimportant and unnecessary. Why? Because it's we always want what's beyond our reach. And in a similar way, the manifestation that you're going for, maybe you want to manifest that $1 million or whatever, right? Which is possible. You can manifest enormous amounts of money. You can, my friends, if I told you what I've manifested with magic, incredible things can be yours. You can literally sit down, describe exactly who you want as let's say a partner or something like that. Every single detail. This is the looks that I want her to have. I want that personality. I want this and that and the other. I want her to treat me like this. And you can have that. You can have all of that. But it is not the universe preventing you from having that. It is you preventing you from having it. How? See, you have to be the person that can have that, if that makes sense. You have to be the vessel for that manifestation. So the inner work that you do that removes those internal blocks and makes you a more perfect reflection of the macrocosm allows you to have that. Or you become a more perfect reflection of the macrocosm, the more limitless your abilities to create and receive things and to influence things. And that will also be reflected in your aura. Your aura will grow and grow and grow and grow until it merges with everything. See? So these things, these manifestations, they're a great motivation. Absolutely, they're a great motivation for you to go deeper. But that's really the point. If that motivation doesn't lead to the real work, you will stay at the surface of it all forever, which is what most occultists do. And it's not just about magic, it's the same in every other art. Most people always stay at the surface. Why? Because they never get to the point where they start working on themselves. Yeah. That's really the most important thing. Good. So, yeah, do we have more questions? Do we have more questions? All right, good. I'll wrap it up now. Hopefully you get something out of this. And the replay is going to be posted Yeah, the replay is going to be probably sent out by email. I'll talk to you soon, bye. Welcome.